I'm Angela Surtees and I'm the County Councillor for Easington Division, which covers Easington Colliery, Easington Village, Hawthorne and Littlethorpe, and I also hold the portfolio for social inclusion. I've worked on the coalface most of my life. I've worked for a local parish authority previously as an officer, and I've also been a teacher and worked in advice and guidance. And what I found was that a lot of the stuff that was getting delivered out to the people who needed support, it didn't always fit. It wasn't the right fit or the right match for these people. So I wanted to make a difference, and I wanted to be able to inform policy and strategic decisions and help make these policies more easier to deliver out in the community when you're working on the coalface like I was in the advice and guidance sector. There was a couple of barriers when I became a candidate for Easington. I didn't grow up in Easington. I was born in Littlethorpe, so I am from here. I was born in Littlethorpe, and then my dad was in the Air Force, so I travelled with my mum and dad, my parents, for the first 12 years of my life. When we resettled in the northeast, we resettled in Horden, which is the next village over, and ironically I went to school in Blackhall, Horden Hall, which is now closed. So for me, I didn't have those childhood relationships that I would have had if I'd gone to school in Easington. Having said that, my family are from Easington and Horden, so I do have family here, and I moved back into Easington when I met my husband, who's very well known in Easington, and for a long time people knew me as his wife. So for me, I had to sort of establish an identity as not being somebody's wife, but I was Angela, who was a candidate going forward, and Angela, the person who might be able to help improve the quality of life. But also it was around building relationships up with people who I essentially didn't go to school with, but knew my husband. So I was Angela, the wife, and not Angela, the council candidate. I think I was a parish councillor, and obviously parish councillors have responsibilities, but they have nowhere near the same responsibilities as what a Durham County councillor has. And I think that the biggest challenge for me was coming to terms and understanding and learning about the operations of the county council and what you have to do there. Lucky for me, I had some really good mentors through Durham County Council. Durham Labour Group was absolutely fantastic, and there's some fab officers there that really want to go out of their way to help you learn and make you the best that you can be as a councillor when you get there. But I think definitely learning the operations of the council is, I think it's the most important thing that you need to understand. Just things like the finances and the legal requirements that go with being a county councillor. You don't actually know what they are until you essentially get there. Well, I've got a couple of roles as a councillor. Obviously, I've got the ward role where I represent the community. And what I've enjoyed the most there is interacting with all of the groups and all of the people in the community, arranging the summer activities programme for all the families, the fun days, and making sure that everybody has access to amenities during summer holidays. The ward that I represent has a lot of deprivation, and there's a lot of families here who simply can't afford to go away on holiday. So by using the neighbourhood budget which we allocated, we used that to organise some trips and to put a big fun day on. So for me, I enjoy just seeing people being able to engage and interacting with all of those, and we've done them for the last 7 years, and that's 7 years I've been a councillor. This year has hit us quite a challenge because we're obviously in COVID and we can't have mass gatherings. So what we're doing this time is working from home, putting together a lot of family activity packs which we hope to distribute out to the children in the area. But then if I flip it and think about my county role, I think it's an achievement and it's what I enjoy, but it's actually quite sad that I enjoy this because we've obviously been going through austerity for the last 10 years, and what I'm really proud of in Durham County Council is that we are a people council. And within my portfolio, which is social inclusion, we have a huge amount of support services for people who are vulnerable or may need just that little bit of support. So I think for me, I enjoy looking at ways of that we can help people who need our help and putting policies and strategies in place to try and improve their quality of life. I'm not going to deny it's hard work and it's a challenge, but for me, I just think if I can do one little tiny thing that improves the lives of so many people, then it's just another step forward for those people that have been helped. There's loads of opportunities. You could join the Labour Party. You could go into, if you were over 50, you could join Age Concern and get involved in the Age Concern. We've got Cafe Together, who serve meals on a Thursday. They're always looking for volunteers. There's coffee mornings. There's also the churches, and still a line dancing class in Easington, believe it or not, and there's Pilates and Tai Chi. And if you just go and get involved and start talking to people, there's always somebody needs some help, or there's always somebody that can direct you to somewhere. Just ask. Just, ask anywhere, and you'll always be directed into somewhere that needs some help round here, definitely. I would absolutely offer support to anybody who is aspiring to be a councillor going forward. I think what's important in the next election is that we return as many Labour councillors to Durham as we possibly can. I think that anybody who's willing to put themselves forward to be a councillor, or even to just support councillors, they must be doing it because they want to help out in their community. So I would absolutely support them going forward, and I'm happy to have a conversation with them, no problem. I can be contacted by my Durham County Council email address, a.surtees@durham.gov.uk, and my telephone number is 07900 702 339. I also have a Facebook page and can be contacted through there. If you're really struggling, get in touch with the local CLP office, and I'm sure that they can pass any information across to us.